Okay. I know this kind of seems like a cop-out, maybe a little tiny, just a little cop-out, but I don't know. I was talking to Facebook people, and I was like, I'm going to make a deck list video. And then I was like, goodness, well, you look at the time, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to be late for League. It's like 4:55 right now as it is. I'm going to be late. I don't really even know whether or not I want to go. If I go, it's just not... I'm not going to have any new decks to play, but I figure I might as well go anyway. Yeah. So, I recorded a little bit of Klinklang game footage. It's not the best game. I'll probably get you guys a better one in the near future, but I was like, you know what? I just barely got this deck finished, and I really want to try it out. So, I'm going to do a thing. Also, like I mentioned on Facebook, I was gonna try to do a deck list video today. It just wasn't really working out. I'll be doing one on Thursday, so expect, instead of a battle, I will do a deck list video that will include all of my decks in it. For anyone that wants to know what's in my decks, they're not the best spreads, but they're still gonna be like, it's gonna be a deck list video. What more do you want from me? If you want to know how to build the decks that I run, just tune in on Thursday. For now, I do have Cobalion, Klinklang, that kind of thing. It's just Klinklang. I'll explain how it works in a little bit. Kind of skip some opening stuff going on here, but I get to go for the Righteous Edge with Cobalion. For 1 metal energy, it discards a special energy attached to the defending Pokemon, which is not bad. Ho-Oh doesn't really rely on special energy, but that could be a thing. The reason I chose this deck, I chose to upload this, is because this guy is running a fire deck, and it just kind of seems, I don't know, it's interesting. So, that's what I got right now. I have 1 Keldeo in this deck for getting rid of poison. I can rush in. I also run blends for said Keldeo to be able to move it to it and like Secret Sword away, or Secret Sword to knock out the opposing non-fire type EXs, because those are a thing that threaten this deck. Just rush in is nice to get rid of poison, because this deck is, I'm not going to say super heavy, but it's not the lightest thing in the world either. So, he sets down a Reshiram. That's actually the biggest threat to me right now, because it is a non-EX attacker, and it could just ruin stuff I have going on right now. I only run 1 Klang in this deck. I run the Dark Explorers ones because you can just heavy ball for everything, the Klink, for the Klang, whatever. And I'm just going to go ahead and Juniper this hand, see what I can get. So, I get another Metal Energy. I only have 1 Shift Gear Klinklang right now, and that is like big problems for this deck. I don't know why I haven't been able to find another one. I've been looking for weeks, and like nobody has one for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. I have 2-1 Plasma Steel and then Shift Gear. Plasma Steel is the one where your Steel Pokemon are protected from attacks from Pokemon EX, so it acts like safeguard for anything that is Steel. He's onto me, and he just gets a double colorless down, which I find kind of a weird thing to run in that deck. But he got me on that one, and I can't really do anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a Metal Energy on that Cobalion, because I can actually just Steel Bullet at this point to knock it out. And I do run 3 Klinks, so I'm just going to go ahead and Cold Rest right now for a new hand. Don't get anything good off of it, oh my lord. And I'm just going to Steel Bullet to knock it out and hopefully get... I think I saw my 1 Shift Gear Klinklang earlier. Now, I get my Rare Candy and my Plasma Steel Klinklang, but the only attacker on the field is a non-EX anyway, so it's kind of pointless to have it. I just really want to take care of that. If anything, I would love to get the Shift Gear Klinklang into play, and then be able to move the Steel Energy and the Blend onto the Keldeo, rush in, and then knock out the Reshiram. And then that way I don't have to use my switch. I kind of alt-tabbed right here, which is why the mouse is going funky. I was like, oh, I'm just waiting for my opponent. But yeah, I alt-tabbed back. I'm like, oh shit, he got the Ho-Oh in play. And he's got 2 different kinds of energy on it. So he's just running Ho-Oh, and he's probably running the 1 Reshiram in there, honestly, just for Klinklang. Otherwise, he could just run straight Ho-Oh. I think he's probably got Bouffalant or Tornadus in this deck, too. I think that's why he has, freaking double colorless. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Anyway, he's going for Hue. He probably runs Hue in this deck just to be able to discard the Ho-Oh and the energy out of his hand, and he gets off a pretty big hit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing evolved now, because he dropped that Ho-Oh out of nowhere, and I'm deciding what I want to do. I hate to Juniper away switch, but I Gotta do that, I guess. Gonna put down a regular Cobalion. This is the Iron Breaker one, where it prevents the opponent from attacking for 1 turn. I just really need a Shift Gear Klinklang in play, and that's been the hugest problem to like all of my guys right now. I'm going to rush in right now just to have the Keldeo take the hits. I don't want that Cobalion taking hits. It's really close to getting knocked out. So I'm just gonna go for Heavy Ball right now. I forgot whether or not I ran another Klang, and it turns out I don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that out of my deck. Just decide to thin out my deck a little more just so I can draw into a freaking rare candy. Is that too much to ask for? I don't know. I feel like it might be. Yeah. Anyway, he's energy searching. Very good card to have in this deck. So it lets you search for a different energy, one that you don't already have, so you can be able to discard it and then just activate Ho-Oh's Rebirth. Is cool, is not bad, but you can see he's building up the Reshiram because I did get the Plasma Steel one in play, and that actually just allows him to kind of get by its rule because it's not an EX Pokemon, and then just kind of start attacking my shit directly. So for now, Ho-Oh can start attacking me for like what? Or Reshiram can start attacking me for 20. Ho-Oh can attack me for 40. I just need to get that Keldeo out of the active spot. Like, this deck plays really awkward without that other Shift Gear Klinklang. It's really, really awkward. I only have one, and in games where it's prized, it sucks. It sucks so bad. So I'm discarding stuff I don't really need. I don't even need to get that Cobalion out, but I just got it out, and I just discarded 2 cards just so when I end, I have better odds of hitting the rare candy. And I don't even get anything. So right here, I think I Dowsing Machine for a Colress or an N or a Juniper. I think I get a Colress. That sounds about right. Okay, because I can just Colress for 6 and just keep the Max Potion in case I actually need it, versus like Junipering, tossing the Max Potion, then just getting 1 extra card off of that. I really just need energy down on the field. This build's kind of funky because Nick gave it to me. Nick, if you're out there watching this video, I'm not the biggest fan of this build. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong. Maybe just really desperately needs that second Shift Gear one. And right there, I draw it. And then after I Colress, I don't get it, and I get a rare candy. Oh my lord, that pissed me off so much. But having to be so dependent on just the rare candy and the 1 Klinklang. I do run max Heavy Balls in this deck. I run a couple of Skylas. So I don't know if it's just bad luck of the draw, but I'm just not hitting it. And I just really want to be able to shift stuff to the Keldeo to be able to Secret Sword. It's like I said, it's nice to get rid of the fire attackers. And yeah, it's a thing. I got 1 more Max Potion in this deck, so if this Keldeo gets in some deep shit, I can just go ahead and Max Potion it off. Operates similarly to Darkrai once you can get the Shift Gear thing going on. Darkrai Hydreigon anyway. Look at that. I'm still not getting it. Like, that's such a pain in the ass. I decided to drop down the Blend instead of the regular one because I can move stuff onto the Keldeo. Plus, if I get like an Ultra Ball right now on this next turn, I can just Ultra Ball away the Metal Energy and then something else, and then just Energy Retrieval it right back. Was my mindset on that one. I just need the Shift Gear Klinklang or an Ultra Ball. I run Ultra Balls just to be able to get Keldeo or Cobalion, because they don't fall under Heavy Ball's thing, and then Heavy Ball is strictly for the Klinklang line. So right here you can see he's running a lot of different kinds of energy. That's good. That's what Ho-Oh deck normally runs, and then Bouffalin's not bad because it just fills a quota. Look at that, top deck that freaking Ultra Ball. That's nice. Just going with what I decide to go for. I think I go for that and a Blend. I thought I was kind of missing out about not having another Blend, but it turns out I've got another one in play anyway, and the next one I put down is going to be my 3rd. So I Energy Retrieval right here, thinking I had more than one in the discard pile. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. Get 2, put that down on that, and now Shift Gear is going to let me move Steel Energy around however I want to. But what was I thinking? I think if you run Prisms in this deck, then they can never touch the anything other than Cobalion or Keldeo. Because then otherwise it just gets super stuck. So I may decide to put Prisms, but the instant it touches Klinklang, it becomes a colorless energy, and then you can't do anything with it. So I think that was a play I made earlier in a different game where I was like, oh shit, the Blend stuck on Klinklang. No, it's not. It still counts as Steel. That's the reason you run it. But I'll probably put Blends in this energy too. blends in this energy, blends in this deck. So in the meantime, I get enough energy on the Keldeo. I put steel energy just because I don't want to get rid of the blends. I don't know. Anyway, he drops a freaking DCE and just retreats and is going to Gold Breaker for the knockout. So that's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I do have enough energy in play to be able to Steel Bullet. I think that's his attack. I don't remember. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, it's Steel Bullet. So I get to move 1 onto that. Steel Bullet does 100 unconditionally regardless of anything going on with the opponent. You got Eviolite, you got Safeguard. Nope. Fucking does 100. So in Klinklang mirror matches, Cobalion's really nice. You're just able to just do 100 straight. But the downside is it only does 100. I mean, it 2-hit KOs everything, but there's... I don't know. I just don't know. It's not affected by weakness. Not like there's really anything that has a steel weakness. It's not affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects. So it's really good in that aspect, but it's fixed 100. So, anyway, he's Ultra Balling. I think he's probably going to go for a Rebirth on this turn with a different ho-oh, if I remember correctly. Or no, he's just going for the Reshiram right there. Going to drop something, and then I feel like he's going to Juniper here. If that's a Juniper, I would not be too surprised. I don't know why I don't remember this, even though I just took this match like a couple minutes ago. Whatever. As you can see, I still got this going on. This is nice. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to shift onto the benched Cobalion, the regular one. And I'm moving those kinds of energies for some reason, just the regular metal energy. And I'm just going to... I believe I'm going to catch her in that ho-oh and then just Iron Breaker it. So it's another knockout. I mean, unless he ends me right now. If he has a catcher and an N, then I lose because I'll only draw 2 cards off of this N. They will more than likely not be a switch. I mean, thinking about it, I guess I could just hard retreat and just go for the energy press or something silly like that. But I think he has... Oh, he had Sky Arrow, so we just manually retreated. Anyways, I'm just going to catch her in that ho-oh again and knock it out for the game. So it was a little bit of an awkward game, to be honest, but like I said, I just need the one more Shift Gear Klinklang, and I think you guys saw Registeel in there earlier. I'm looking to take him out for the other Klinklang. I was just like, oh, I'll put it in there and I'll see if it works out. I've used Registeel maybe once, so I don't know. Anyways, that's Cobalion Klinklang. I do like it, but my opponent, it was just kind of a weird matchup. I'll definitely play this again later, but this is what I decided to record. So, if you guys did like this video somehow, for whatever reason, you're welcome to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe, and do your thing. I gotta bounce in a couple minutes, so I'm just gonna render this thing, set it to upload, and I guess I'll catch you guys later tonight. Decklist video is definitely gonna come out on Thursday instead, because I'm kind of tight on time today. If I had an extra hour, I'd have probably done the decklist video, but... yeah, it also gives me time to get the next Shift Gear Klinklang. So if you have one, let me know, and we can trade or something for that. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.